Staying on track with your money. In this rough economy, it is so important to keep track of what's coming in and what you're paying out. In an instant, you can find yourself in over your head. The best way to avoid this or to emerge from a financial crisis, a personal financial crisis, is through financial counseling. And one of the best places to find such help is through Apprisen Financial Advocates. Division Manager Kara Henry is here to help. Hi, Kara. Nice to have you here.
Nice to have you. Thank you.
Locally, you are known as Consumer Credit Counseling Services, so folks may know that name more familiar. But what you're doing is helping so many folks get through this time of trouble in debt crisis.
Absolutely.
And I bet you are seeing people that you had never seen before in your history of the agency.
You're absolutely right about that. Over the years, we've definitely seen folks from different socioeconomical backgrounds. However, we do see a trend with people that had the higher paying jobs that are now forced with the loss of income, a job loss, and trying to maintain that budget or those monthly expenses that they've always had. It's definitely a lifestyle change.
So there is no typical client that you serve?
I would say at this time there is no typical client. Again, people that had the higher paying jobs, people that are getting ready to get married or embark upon some sort of financial goal, we're here to help.
What about if people, like you've mentioned, have never needed your services before? They may be reticent to seek help, embarrassment, or I can't believe that I'm in this situation, and so they want to hide it instead of seeking help. How do you explain to them that it's okay to admit that you need a little help?
Well, I think in today's economy, a lot of consumers are a lot more proactive rather than reactive, and that's definitely something that we pride ourselves on, especially with our financial literacy, of letting folks know that there's nothing wrong with coming and getting a full, comprehensive, free financial evaluation. Every counseling session is performed by a financial counselor. It will begin with a very comprehensive review of income, expenses, and unsecured debt to see what goals can be outlined and help that client reach those objectives.
When they come to this counseling session, do they have to bring bank statements and credit card statements and all those things, kind of line it up for you so you can assess where they're having some issues?
Absolutely. When you call in to make your appointment, which can be made face-to-face, it can be made over the phone or via our internet, we do ask that you do bring a list of monthly living expenses, including every expense that you would have, mortgage, utilities, foods, insurances. We also ask for most recent income verification. That could be pay stubs or bank statements or tax returns, along with statements for all of your unsecured debt, medical bills, credit cards, and collections, no older than 60 days.
Wow, that's a big list of things you can help with, because I think most people envision your help at Apprisen only being if they are in credit card debt or something.
Absolutely, and we do much more than that. We are here to promote financial literacy. We do help folks that are trying to embark upon buying a home or have been faced with maybe imminent default of maybe falling behind on their mortgage, or even folks that are trying to learn how to interpret their credit report.
You have used the term financial literacy more than once in this interview. What do you mean by that?
Well, financial literacy is definitely educating consumers about their options, knowing that, especially with our agency, there isn't a one-size-fits-all product. We're here to show that not only do we offer the debt management counseling, housing counseling, and also, again, helping folks interpret their credit report, list their goals and their aspirations, and how we can be a driving factor for them to achieve those.
And aren't you surprised at how many folks need that counseling?
Absolutely.
And look at it. When do people learn these things? They learn it by default, really, you know, by when they need to know it. And so there's no school for all of this.
You're absolutely right. You're right. We do as much as we possibly can as far as getting into agency fairs or community fairs. If there is a large organization of individuals that would like to seek more information about our services, definitely encourage you to give us a call or visit our website.
So you help folks put together a plan to help dig them out. Not a quick fix.
Not a
but
quick
a long-term fix.
Absolutely. In that initial counseling session, we do want to set the foundation and ask the consumer, what is it that you're trying to aspire? What can we do to help you reach those financial goals? And then throughout the session, going through the budget and any unsecured debts, we do help to develop an action plan where we can incorporate those suggestions and our recommendations.
Then there are folks that say, I can't come to you because I can't afford to come to you. I can't afford anything. How do you help those folks?
Well, that initial comprehensive counseling session is offered for free. We want to encourage folks, especially with consumers, we don't have a lot of free options nowadays, so it is best to seek out a certified financial counseling agency to be able to offer that initial session for absolutely no obligation or no cost.
And there are places where people can get duped and sucked into things. You are all legitimate.
Absolutely.
And you've been around for years, so people can trust you.
Absolutely. Definitely check with your Better Business Bureau or the National Foundation of Credit Counseling to ensure that you are with a good agency.
Kara, it's been so nice talking to you. I always learn something every time you folks come in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks.